Good morning, one and all. Shall we begin? It's not allowed. Maybe because of the screen. Yeah. Good morning, everyone. We are back with yet another impactful session. Welcome to this session on healing through movement, dance for mental health and emotional expression. Mental health is closely linked to the body. Stress, anxiety, and suppressed emotions often show up as muscle tension, fatigue, poor sleep, and reduced focus. Research shows that movement activates the brain pathways that support emotional regulation and stress relief. Dance uniquely blends rhythm, breath expression, and mindfulness, making it a powerful, holistic experience and practice. This session focuses on healing through movement using dance as a tool for stress relief, emotional expression, and mental well being. Participants are encouraged to engage comfortably and experience the mind body connection through simple movements. Welcome once again. It gives me immense pleasure to introduce our resource person of the day, Dr. Priya Alva, an assistant professor in the Department of Biochemistry at K.S. Hegde Medical Academy, Nitte, Derlekette. Dr. Priya Alva brings with her a rich blend of academic excellence, clinical expertise, and research experience, uniquely complemented by her interdisciplinary work in dance, movement, and holistic well-being. A trained Bharatanatyam dancer with a Vidvat qualification, Dr. Alva skillfully integrates scientific understanding with movement-based therapy, highlighting the powerful connection between the body, mind, and emotions. She is also the co-founder of Swastha Yana Dance School, an initiative dedicated to empowering women through movement, fitness, mental health awareness, and health education. Her work stands as a remarkable example of how art and science together can promote healing, emotional balance, and mental resilience. We are confident that today's session will be insightful, experimental, experiential, and deeply enriching. Let us warmly welcome Dr. Priya Alva to deliver her session on healing through movement, dance for mental health and emotional expression. Welcome to you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am, for the introduction. Good morning, one and all. I would like to start this session with a proverb saying, Sharira Madhyam Khalu Dharma Sadhana, which means the body is the first instrument of all our achievements. Today, we will explore how movement, especially dance, helps us to reconnect with this instrument. Before I move on to the session, let me ask you all a simple question. Now, how many of you have been sitting for more than 2 hours for today? I think we had an FDP. We had 2 sessions before this, and definitely you will be sitting continuously for 2 hours, right? But from biochemical perspective, the human body is not designed for stillness. Every cell accepts movement, and when movement reduces, the dysfunction begins. So today's session, we will discuss how dance speaks directly to our hormones, our metabolism, our immunity, and mental health. And I'll tell you participants, this session may be the only session where I will ask you to sit comfortably and then I will ask you to move. So before moving into the session, I request everyone to place both the feet on the floor and take one deep breath. So participants, please sit and deeply inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Yes. Did you feel better? Did you feel your body lighter? Yes. Okay. I think you have felt better than 1 minute before. Okay. Moving into the session. Now, what is this healing through movement? It is an holistic approach where physical movement is used as a therapeutic tool to improve physical health, mental well being, emotional balance, and overall quality of life. Now, dance, when I tell about dance, this is really not about perfection, performance, or pressure. It is just about listening, releasing, and returning to yourself. If you see, the human body is designed to move. In fact, it is over designed for movement. We actually have around 360 joints and around 700 muscles. And this was not meant for sitting in a meeting or correcting papers or scrolling through your WhatsApp. The body is actually built for rhythm, for flow. If the body wanted to be a still, then definitely it would have come with the pause button. Instead, we have got elbows, we have got that bend, the hips that rotates, and the knees that swing. So basically, nature has given us a whole dance toolkit. If you see our spine, we have around 33 vertebrae. But what do we do with most of them? We just check our phones or we just one bend to forward to take our bags. The rest of the vertebrae are just waiting what to do next. Inside our body, a lot of movement is already happening. If you see our intestine are doing a wave-like movement called as peristalsis. If you see our heart, it is continuously beating with the sound lub-dub. Your neurons fire like disco lights. So honestly speaking, actually we are dancing 24/7. Inside, all we need is to match the energy outside. And here comes the scientific part. When we dance or when we move, our body releases a happy hormones called as endorphins and dopamine. So when we talk about healing through movement, we are simply reminding the body to do what is always meant to do. That is just move, flow, express, and dance. Because movement is not just an exercise, it's a medicine and it's a therapy. And sometimes it's just your bones and muscles celebrating that they are still alive. Now, let me tell you how dance activates our hormones. I would like to simply call it as a chemical choreography. Imagine you're exhausted and you come from your duty totally exhausted, no energy left. Then suddenly one of your favorite song plays. Automatically, if you notice, your feet start tapping. Your body feels lighter. And this is not at all a magic. These are the hormones called as internal cheerleaders called as endorphins. Endorphins gives you an internal energy drink. So this starts with a simple step. Next, as you continue a step, there is a big cheerleader, another cheerleader called as dopamine. Dopamine comes into action. It gives you a tiny high five from inside, and that is why dance becomes more enjoyable, almost addictive, and not because of perfection. It is only because of dopamine is doing bhangra in your brain. As you continue to dance, one more hormone called as serotonin. It is called as this hormone usually stabilizes your mood, and this particular hormone comes into action, and it is like your body's personal playlist manager. You walk into the session actually stressed, just 5 minutes later of the movement, and suddenly your emotion weather becomes calm. So the next hormone is oxytocin. Now this hormone is called as the bonding hormone, and this actually happens when you are in a dance group. When you're dancing together, this particular hormone called as oxytocin, the bonding hormone, is released. That is why even the stranger in a dance workshops feel connected. Somehow, without speaking, everyone feels they have known each other for years. And as you continue to dance, there is an important hormone, adrenaline shoots up. This increases your heart rate, it increases your energy, and suddenly, even people who say, I really cannot dance, are doing steps they never knew they could. So, when we say movement that heals, there is a real biochemistry behind it. Dance is not just an entertainment alone, it is a therapy, it's a neurochemical medicine, it's an emotional detox. So, our body has an inbuilt pharmacy where endorphins for joy, dopamine for motivation, and we have serotonin for mood, oxytocin for bonding, adrenaline for energy, and dance activates all of them at once. So that is why the human body is designed only to move. Because movement is healing, movement is expression, and above all, movement is life. So before I move, let's have a movement session. I request all the participants just to sit or stand comfortably. As you see in the slide, I kindly ask you to roll your shoulders up and down 5 times, followed by reverse direction. So participants, are you ready? Yes. I hope all are ready, and it's a right time for you all to do this exercise because there are so many benefits in this exercise. You can find some of the happy hormones releasing into your blood circulation. Okay. So let's start. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay. Slowly rotate your shoulders. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Followed by a reverse direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this particular exercise wakes up our lymph nodes and it reduces the neck stress. And the benefits of this particular exercise or movement is it releases endorphins. It clears the lymphatic drainage and totally reduces stiffness. So next movement, it is called as neck smile stretch. As shown in the slide, gently tilt your head towards your right and to the left. And remember, there should be a smile while stretching. So let's start. Gently tilt your head onto the right with the pause of 30 seconds. Please feel the stretch. Next, turn to the left. Add a smile while stretching. This is very important. Once again, we will repeat. Tilt head towards your right and to the left with a smile on your face. Once more. On towards your right. Towards your left. Yes. So this particular movement induces serotonin, which is supposed to be a mood hormone. That is, it basically reduces cortisol and it relaxes the nervous system. So you see, our spine actually loves rotation. So let's move on to a movement called as seated spine twist. Participants, I request you to sit tall and twist your spine both towards the right and then towards the left. Yes, let's start. Sit tall, twist your spine towards the right, back to left, once again towards the right, left again, right, left. So how did you feel? I think, as I told you, actually our spine loves rotation and it is built, our spine is actually built for movement. It's actually not freezing. Okay, now this actually improves our circulation. It improves the digestive and the immune system. Yes. Now, let me tell you how movement strengthens immunity. Now, let's talk about immunity. That is, we usually think immunity improves with tablets, tonics, yes? But actually, friends, immune system has one simple request for all of us. It says, please don't make me sit all day. You see, our immune system are like hospital interns. If they sit in one place too long, they get very lazy. So movement is what sends them on duty. When you move or when you dance, there's a lot of blood flow. That is, the blood flow increases. And this helps your immune cells, like natural killer cells and lymphocytes, travel faster through the body. In simple words, movement is the ambulance for your immune cells. Without movement, they are stuck in a traffic. Movement also improves the lymphatic drainage. If you see, when you dance, the lymphatic drainage system has no pump. It depends entirely on movement. So when we move our arms and legs, we are basically squeezing our lymph nodes, saying, please wake up, clean your body, and do your job. Exercises or any movement activates the natural killer cells. Regular movement increases the number and the activity of the natural killer cells, and these are the actual body bounces. They throw our cancerous cells, any virus infected cells out of the body, so dance can make your immune bouncers stronger. So, when we say about movement strengthens immunity, we are not being poetic actually. We are being immunologically accurate. Your immune system doesn't need motivational speech. It just needs movement, rhythm, and joy. Because remember, the immune system that moves protects better. So let me tell you something about the mitochondria. That is dance and metabolic science. So mitochondria is considered as a powerhouse of the cell. Every time when you dance or when you move, your mitochondria wakes up. They are like the power plants of each cell. When you dance, mitochondria says, okay, has been increasing. Time to produce more ATP. So dance doesn't just uses energy, it teaches our body how to make more of it. Dance activates multiple energy pathway. A lot of metabolism is actually taking place in our body. Few metabolism to name like glycolysis, TCA cycle, fatty acid oxidation. Now, glycolysis is one such pathway where there's an oxidation of glucose into pyruvate. And this pyruvate, when it enters into the TCA cycle, a lot of energy takes place. Fatty acid oxidation during movement or during dance. Any fat that is stored in the adipose tissue are broken down to acetyl-CoA that enters into the TCA cycle, and there's a production of ATP. Thus, dance improves metabolism. Dance improves insulin sensitivity. That is, when we dance, muscle uses a lot of glucose inside without insulin boosting, shouting. So what happens is, so dance improves the glucose uptake, reduces insulin resistance, and gives the muscle instant fuel. When it comes to neurometabolic bonus, dance dance doesn't, dance also improves this brain metabolism, better blood flow, better glucose use, and better focus. That is why after dancing, your brain feels switched on. So please remember, dance actually doesn't drain your energy, it upgrades your energy factory. Summary is, it increases the mitochondrial activity, it increases ATP production, there's increased utilization of oxygen, increased fat and glucose metabolism, and finally increases insulin sensitivity. Now, coming to dance for mental health and emotional expression. Most of us were taught to control our emotions, right? Not to express them. But emotions that are not expressed don't disappear. They get stored in our body. They can sit. The stress or the emotion can sit in the shoulder. It can fear. Fear hides in the chest. The anger tightens the jaw, and sadness sits into the spine. But that is why dance is a non-verbal language. That is, when we dance, it allows the expression without language and helps us to release the emotion that has been tied up within. It is also considered that is dance moves emotions like water. Emotions are energy in motion. When energy actually doesn't move, what happens? It gets deposited. So dance actually allows emotions to flow out without analysis, explanation, or judgment. You don't need words to express joy, grief, frustrations, or gratitude. The body already knows the language. That is why if you see a children dancing freely, they don't have any emotions, they dance freely because they haven't yet learned to suppress. Now this is dance is very important especially for women. Women carry a lot of emotion. It can be hormonally, it can be neurologically, or it can be socially. But dance allows to release those without guilt. It strengthens without aggression. It softens without weakness. So when words fall, when therapy feels heavy, when emotions feel stuck, let the body speak, because sometimes the most honest therapy is movement set to music. You can try this. If you're exhausted, just listen to your favorite music. Automatically, you can see a change within. As you see in the picture, your head moves, you will be so happy, you will be smiling, and that is because music movement is set to music. Now, let's break this emotion with a small movement again, and this is called as breath and hand flow. I request everyone to sit comfortably. As you inhale, slowly raise your hands. As you exhale, please gently drop your hands. Let's repeat this for 3 more times. Sit comfortably. Let your breath lead the movement. No effort required. Inhale. Slowly raise both the hands. Exhale. Gently drop your hands. Inhale. Raising your hands. Exhale. Dropping them again. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. And now this particular movement releases emotional tightness and it activates the parasympathetic system. Next, let's move on to the important topic, that is the power of community in dance. When we dance alone, the movement actually stays within us. It is personal and it is quiet. But if you see, when we dance together, something changes. What happens is the rhythm multiplies, the energy amplifies, the joy actually becomes contagious because I told you before, a hormone called as oxytocin is released when you dance in a group. Oxytocin is a hormone that is also called as a bonding hormone. In a community dance, dance will be no longer just a movement, it becomes connection. Heartbeat begins to synchronize, breathing aligns, and smile appears effortlessly. So this is because only of the hormone called as oxytocin. Our bodies feel safer, our mind feel lighter, And in community dance, no one will be watching, no one is judging, everyone belongs to themselves. Alone dancing is expression, together dancing is power. So, ladies, I recommend you to join any dance classes where everyone simply moves, no perfection, without any pressure, and when you move together, you will actually realize something very different. That is something powerful, something healing. I have a small dance class called as Swasthayana. When I started Swasthayana, it just didn't begin as a big plan or a project. It simply started with a simple intention, movement for healing. Initially, it was a very small group. There was hesitation, people wondering, will I be able to do this? Is dance really for someone like me? But in the beginning, when they joined, in the beginning, the movement was stiff, breathing was shallow, people were more worried about doing right or wrong. Some came with the physical discomfort, and some came with the emotional heaviness. Many came tired, not just in the body, but in life. But later, something beautiful happened. They stopped chasing perfection. They started allowing the body to move naturally. The moment fear reduced, the moment judgment reduced, the movement started flowing. Today, when I see the ladies in Swasthayana, I see a lot of transformation where the confidence, where there was hesitation, ease where there was stiffness, smiles where there was stress. People don't just dance now, they arrive with presence. And this journey has changed me a lot too. I stopped seeing dance as performance. I started seeing as a communication with the body. I learned that healing doesn't always come from pushing harder, but from listening better. So, as the classes went on, regular movement was improving, mood, sleep, energy, and emotional balance, hormones, immunity, and metabolism, everything was slowly aligning. So, today, if I see Swasthayana is not just longer just a dance class, it is a safe place for us. It's a pause in a busy life, a reminder that body is not the enemy, it is a guide. So before moving to the next, I think we will let's do a community. Now let's move not as an individual but as a community. Okay, if you find anyone besides you, please do a hand clap so that it becomes a community exercise. So just simply touch your right side and your left side, just a hand claps. This with your moving in rhythm together increases the oxytocin, the bonding hormone, and creates emotional healing. So I will give you 1 minute to do this. Just simple touch right and left. Encourage eye contact and smile. Definitely, this is the power of community in dance. I am just showing a movement, but when you dance together, it is totally different. So I recommend everyone, if you are stressed in your workplace or whether it may be in your family, just join a dance class where there are, you will be having you will be having a bonding, you will find happiness, you will find a totally change within you. Yes, I think hope all have done that exercises. Yes, you can continue this exercise at your workplace or at home with your families. Okay. Now I think Now your brain is full, your heart will be light, right? So if I start a small dance, will you be able to join with me? How do I get the... No, no, no. Okay. Should I, let's have a small session, not by sitting, by standing, a small movement which actually helps us to release our happy hormones. So I request everyone to stand wherever you are. I'll play a small music. I request everyone to show on your video so that I can see you all dancing. Yes, please on the videos. I think nobody's on the... Okay, just let's have a small movement. I request everyone to stand wherever you are. Let's... So the music will be on shortly. Yeah, we can enable. Yeah. Yes. Hope all can hear the music. Yes. So let's begin. A small dance steps, just a walk. Yes. Please walk wherever you are. Yes. Very good. Let's walk. Let's have a small movement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Change. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, just step back. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep your feet behind. 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Walk, 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 walk. So I can see you dancing, most of them. Right, good. Walk. Just twist. Continue, yes. Okay. Yes. So, how was the movement? Did you feel lighter? Yes, definitely. I think as a faculty, we attend so many faculty development program only to strengthen our CV, right? But I hope today's session I have strengthened your spine, your hormones, and happiness, right? Now I started today saying movement is a medicine. So technically speaking, this session was not a lecturer; it was a group prescription. I would like to say thank you for moving with me, smiling with me, and almost importantly, listening to your own body. Continue moving because actually this adds a lot in your life because movement is life. Thank you, one and all.
That was really an exhilarating and electrifying session, ma'am. We are now open for questions. If the participants have any questions, you can unmute yourself and ask questions. At the same time, you can also put it in the chat box. We will read it out for the benefit of all the participants. Ma'am, as the participants are getting ready, I have a personal question.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, there are a lot of people who feel they have become rigid.
Yes, definitely they can do it. While seated, they can definitely they can stretch their legs, their hands. That is a small movement what they can do. I think everyone has to try. Whoever is not able to do a simple movement actually helps them a lot.
Ma'am, we have a question in the chat box. Which dance form is suitable for 40 plus ladies who are moderately overweight is the question.
Yes, ma'am. I think you can first start 40 weight 40 plus. Okay, you can join actually Zumba classes, no problem in joining. First it will be very difficult for you to adjust, but later after 1 or 2 months definitely you will start actually moving effortlessly. And I feel it is best if you join some dance classes or Zumba classes.
But ma'am, on a personal note, does Zumba really help in weight reduction as well?
Actually, for weight reduction, we have to combine exercise plus diet. So both has to be managed. So I feel when you exercise, you should consider your diet as well. So that is very important.
Exactly my point, because a lot of times what happens is when ladies go for these either Zumba class or any form of exercise, we personally start feeling this is a license to eat better because now that we are working out as well,
Yes,
it
yes.
is possible to do both. So
Yeah,
what do you say?
some ladies think actually, within 1 or 2 classes they will reduce their weight drastically, but this actually doesn't happen. You have to continue exercising both following your diet as well. Actually, this will help you to reduce weight. It is not only exercise, and when you're exercising, please make sure you continue it at least for 1 year so that you can actually see your a benefit within you.
Ma'am, also, does this form of dance and Zumba create any difference in the lifestyle of the person? Because a lot of people complain of body pain. They say once they go, their
that is
bones
only
hurt.
that is only when you begin. But as you continue dancing, your body adapts to the movement, and definitely the pain in you will reduce. The happiness, as I told you, many happiness hormones will be released, and definitely the stress, the cortisol, what is called as a stress hormone, will be reducing. So all these happy hormones will be releasing, and actually it gives reliefs as well as benefit to your body.
Excellent. We have another question, ma'am. Beyond a certain age, can dancing really create a change if I have not danced for the last 30 or 35 years? Or will that become adverse to me? I think this is somebody who's at least 50 plus age. So,
yes, ma'am.
After schooling, possibly not into any physical
Yes, ma'am.
activity.
Actually, it does help. You try joining any classes nearby, because even in my class, I have a ladies of 72-year old. Even today, they don't miss my classes. They tell when I come to the classes, I feel happy because they find so many other of their same age. There is a bonding created. It is not only about dance. There is actually a lot much connection between among us. So I feel when you join a dance class, it is not required that you should know a dance. You just have to know the movement. So move as they show you. It will definitely help you. Now, we are basically not teaching a dance which is like Bharatnatyam or something. That is very difficult to learn. But if you just please listen to the music and just do a movement, it definitely helps you a lot.
Ma'am, there is, I don't know if this is a suggestion or a question. There's something about chair yoga here. Okay. Do you think that is beneficial?
Chair yoga?
Yes.
I don't know much about chair yoga, but in my class, we do some exercise which is seated. That is, as I showed you, a twist exercise, spine twist exercise. That will, there is not, yeah, it will actually benefit if you continue to do.
Okay. As ma'am has rightly said, as her point of expertise or her idea is more on the dance and therapeutic uses of dance. Right. So she would be a better place to ask or answer questions on that. We have one more question, ma'am. There are a lot of compliments coming up for your session, but there is one more question here which is about. I just missed it here. 1 minute. Yeah.
But I think you can actually make your timing somewhere around, 6 to 7. After that, I think you can have your dinner.
I think that answers your question. That's from Nidhi Jain. I suppose that has answered your question. So, ma'am suggests that 6 to 7 would be a more convenient
right.
schedule.
That is, evening is the best time because we all ladies will be stuck up with our office work. I think to refresh, these classes will definitely help you all.
But I believe, especially in the metropolitan cities, ma'am, 6 to 7 is generally their commuting time.
Okay, again, I think if you have a dance class where there is, there's no time limit, based on your, whichever time you get, I think it is okay if you go and do some small movement. So I say movement is a must in our life.
Okay, ma'am, there is one more question here. For many patients, chair yoga is as a part of exercise. I think that's a comment made there by one of the participants. Do you want to touch upon that, or shall we move on?
I don't know much about chair yoga. That's what. If you're seated and doing some exercise is okay. Chair yoga basically means some sort of exercise where there is twisting and turning. I think it is okay for a person who is seated.
Ma'am, there's one more question. Hello, ma'am. Can you suggest an exercise to reduce anger or stress occurring suddenly in the workplace? Sometimes we lose control of ourselves. Please suggest.
Okay, ma'am. That happens to all of us, right? So, what we do is to control your anger, what you do is you just fold your fingers, okay, around 10 times. Definitely, this will burst your anger. You can try it in your workplace so that no one can see you. You can just fold your fingers. I'm sure it will definitely burst your anger.
Ma'am, just adding to the existing question, now when we do these exercises that you have suggested, with the fact that you are well versed in the science of it also, I wanted to ask, does it help in releasing the suppressed emotions? Because
Definitely.
doing that is one thing, but then experiencing
Definitely. This you can experience only when you join a class. So when I tell, you might not understand it. You need to experience it. So join a community dance. Definitely, you will feel the difference. So when I talk, telling that okay, dance, when you dance alone, I don't think so. There's much, benefit. But when you dance together, you can, without me saying, I think you can. You have to try it. You should experience it.
Ma'am, I have a lot of questions on this topic. I'm particularly interested, but I have to say, I've never been personally. I've never been somebody who's into dancing and all that. But yes, now with age catching up, we all realize a little bit of exercise is required. So, what do you suggest? What kind of exercises do you think we can do as part of our regular routine during breaks, maybe, or
Yes.
during
So, madam,
work hours?
I have shown you some small exercises, small movement. This you can actually do before you start your day or in between your day. It will actually help you, ma'am. So slowly, you can start it once or twice. Later, you can increase the number. Definitely, you will find the benefit of it.
Okay. Particularly, you suggest the stretching of the backbone,
Yeah,
the
very
stretching
true.
of the neck.
Yes, yes.
All
All
that
this
is
releases
quite.
your stiffness, your emotions, your anger.
Yes. There is one more question, ma'am. With knee pain, can I do dance? Miss Kulkarni is asking.
Yes. Ma'am, you can actually dance, but you please start, uh, slowly, and then you can actually continue the dance. First you should not dance, you should start it actually slowly, not as fast as we do, slowly, and then later you can pick it up.
I think there's. I try. Okay, yeah. Miss Kulkarni says I tried Zumba. Doctor said do not do movements.
Yes, ma'am. Not Zumba. I think you can you can start with a stretching exercise if you have a knee pain slowly. I think it depends upon our age too. So after postmenopause, we have a lot of problems coming in. So I think when you join these classes, actually there is a lot of benefit. You will forget the knee pain. I'm not telling that you need to dance, but when you join among others, you will have that happiness within you, and slowly, I think you can forget the pain. So, for this, otherwise, you can do a small stretching exercise, not Zumba exactly.
Okay, Miss Kulkarni also asks, is Surya Namaskar okay? She's
Yes, ma'am.
42.
Surya Namaskara is supposed to be a good exercise. It is actually, I have been telling you about the vertebrae, I've been telling you about the elbow, head. So, Surya Namaskara is the best exercise that one can do.
That was really nice, ma'am. There's one more question actually. As teachers, we always see that students face a lot of issues when it comes to expressing themselves. They are finding it difficult to, and they also have a lot of fear of failures. So, what do you suggest for students?
Now that students are facing a lot of problem, I know whether it might be studying or in focusing on studies or grasping things. This is mainly because of screen time. I think if they just not only dance, it can be yoga or it can be any other movement, it definitely improves their concentration and any feelings, any if they have any mental illness, it definitely cures, improves it.
Ma'am, but as a note of caution, what do you think? Is there something that people should be aware of before they get into dance therapy? Some kind of ailment, maybe physically, people who should not look into this kind
Yes,
of
ma'am.
therapy?
Yes, when you have a knee pain, as I told you, you begin with the stretching exercise, not directly into dance. And slowly, when you catch up, you can enter into the floor.
Okay. And ideally, what do you suggest is the time frame that one should start with?
Yes, ma'am. I think after, yes, even children that is somewhere around 16, 15, 16 also can come into the floor. And I can recommend, as I told you, I have some ladies, few ladies who's up till 75 who has joined my classes, and there is no time. Anytime, I think you can just get it to the dance floor.
We are still getting a few questions, but I would like to ask a personal question, ma'am. Now, there have been instances when we try the therapeutic dance therapy, and somehow, as an individual, I have felt that I feel quite emotional when I do this. Is it common?
Yes, as I told you, ma'am, first it is common. Okay, because we think we don't know to move. We feel shy when we dance. So basically, as I told you, no, my ladies who have first approached me were not dancing, but later, as the classes began, they slowly started moving. That is, first when you dance, you will have that shyness because you have never moved. Yes. But later, with among everyone, definitely you will start.
Not just about shyness. I've also felt that there is some kind of adrenaline rush, or you feel flushed.
Okay.
There is
That happens, ma'am. That happens. Only one or two classes. Later, you will pick it up.
Okay, thank you so much. One last question, maybe we could take. What is the frequency of your classes per week? There was earlier another question on similar lines. They wanted to know if you would conduct online classes as well.
Actually, I don't have an online classes, ma'am. We do have a offline class. That is, I run two classes. One is in Mangalore and one is near to this place only. It is frequency is only two classes per week. So that is my frequency of the class in a week.
Okay, so in case anybody wants to join ma'am's classes, you have to relocate to Mangalore. Otherwise, I'm sure there are classes in and around your location as
you
well.
You can try classes somewhere around your place, definitely. But I insist every ladies to please join this community dance. It will definitely help you.
Okay, I think we have somebody from the local area here who's asking, where is it in Mangalore, madam?
Yes, we have it in Scout Bhavan behind the corporation, and one we have near Kolya, that is near Kulal Mandir. Kolya after Tokot. Okay.
Okay, one last question, ma'am, before we close. This is again a personal question. As majority of our participants are 40 plus, age
Yes.
group of 40 plus. One common feature that we have noticed is once you reach that age, people start or get into a lot of anxiety and overthinking.
Right.
And in the last 2 days, last 2 sessions, we have seen a lot of participants ask questions on how to overcome this. So, do you think dance therapy can help them in that?
Yes, ma'am. In fact, I feel any therapy, like any movement or no, other than dance, even yoga or even your Zumba or even going to any workouts can definitely help you to overcome these emotions, ma'am.
Okay. So I think with that, we have also taken most of the questions asked and we've reached the end of our session. Uh, if there are no more questions, I think we will conclude the session. As a note of conclusion, I would like to just make one summary of what ma'am has taken us through. We have to agree that dance is a healing and it's not always about perfection. It is about just a movement, right?
Yes,
ma'am?
ma'am. Yeah.
So, as women, we have to start thinking about our well being. And so, we also have to start thinking about losing that rigidity and that fear of dance. Many of us, as ma'am said, we have always been so occupied with our professional and personal lives that we tend to forget to take care of ourselves. And as part of our well being, both physical and mental, I think therapeutic dance can go a long way in helping us. So thank you very much, ma'am. On behalf of the organizing committee, I sincerely thank Dr. Priya Alva for her insightful and engaging session. It was extremely electrifying and exhilarating. I'm sure the participants has had a surge of adrenaline. So thank you very much. You're also receiving a lot of compliments there in the chat box as well. We have participants thanking you for that energetic session. As we come to the end of this session, let me remind our participants that we join back at sharp 2 for the next session. Do join back by 1:45 for the session by Dr. Malini Hebbar on the topic building a positive mindset to tackle stress. Thank you very much, and we break for lunch now.
Thank you, everyone.